Hello, and welcome back for one last time to Ease 1. We're not done with Ease as a series just yet, by the way, but we are almost done with the first game. Where is... Mask of Eyes? Okay. Wait, no? That's not it. Oh, right, I'm dumb. Yeah, because the layout's like very slight... wrong door. Because the layout's like very slightly different between this version and the DS version, which the map I'm using comes from. This is like the one area where that's the case. Oh, hello. Where is... this one? I made sure to do that, like, first thing before we got too far in. Alright, come on. Come on. You get out of here. Alright, gonna heal for a second before we fight the boss, because, spoiler alert, next up, all we're really doing is fighting bosses. We're, like, right at the end, which is why I was very tempted to just do the rest of the Dharm Tower in the last video. I haven't actually edited part 5 or 6 yet. I'm gonna feel really stupid if they turn out to be like... or if like part 1 turns out to be like really fucking short. Oh, hang on. Actually, I haven't uploaded like any of the videos from this project so far, and well, as of this recording, I'll have actually finished Ease 1. I'll be on to the second one, like, in no time at all, actually. Alright, let's just save this real quick. Yeah, you can actually see from here that I'm doing part 6 and 7 in, like, one sitting, just because, like, I don't know, I don't want to get myself psyched up to do a boss. Or 2 bosses, rather, because there's actually 2 in a row coming up here. Now, this one's actually a lot of people's favorite boss. Wait, I'm stupid. Good thing I saved there. Why am I blanking on the name? This is like the one boss in Ease 1 that, like, stands out as, like, really cool to me. And I'm blanking on the name for some reason. Wait, no, I wasn't stupid. Yeah, we actually are supposed to go for the yellow guy first. Weirdly enough, this boss actually gets easier as it goes on, just because, like, these guys can only actually attack you with those spinning orbs floating around them. And, like, as the fight goes on, they start to lose some of those orbs. Oh, hang on. Oh, yeah, that's wrong, dude. Keep forgetting. Yeah, it's not a super hard fight or anything, but it might trip you up if you're not used to it. This guy, right? Yeah. But yeah, don't worry if you end up taking a lot of damage early on. That's... yeah, see? It's already gotten to a point where we're starting to lose some of them, and yeah, at this point the strategy is just like getting in when they have like that empty spot a little more prominent. Got it. Also, we're doing, like, way more damage. Well, not way more, but we're doing a little bit more damage to them than they are to us. So, yeah, soon enough, these guys will be down to, like, 1 orb a pop. And at that point, the fight will pretty much be decided, unless you're just really stupid. Ah. There we go. First try. Alright, now I can't wait until I get in here and find out that I've missed a step again. Alright, first things first, let's read the books we have so far. Book of Dalk. Book of Tova. Oh, wrong button. Book of Dabby. Book of Mesa. And the Book of Gemma. Or Gemma. I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce that. They don't actually say... Like, they don't actually pronounce Gemma or Gemma or whatever at any point in any of the games, I don't think. Maybe they do in a TurboGrafx version, actually, because that's, like... That's the only version of Ys 1 that has fully voiced cutscenes. Maybe I should, like, actually play through that all the way at some point. Alright. And if memory serves, I think we need to have the rod equipped for this. Nope. Okay. So, I don't think this is a safe zone. Yeah, it isn't. So, I guess let's just heal up before we... You know what? There's no reason to have this any further, so... Blue amulet. I believe I've read everything, so I should be safe here. So hey, last area of the game. And there he is, the man himself, Dark Fukt, the final boss of the game. I saw him. So you know what? I think we should fight him. All our greatest equipment in the history of video games. So, let's go. We don't seem to be doing much damage to him, do we? That's odd. Right, so, let me explain. So, there's an NPC somewhere, I don't remember which one, that kind of hints at this, but basically... Dark Fukt is weak to silver equipment. I don't remember if you need to have, like, the silver shield or silver armor equipped too or not, but it's probably safe to equip them just in case. So, yeah. You're gonna want to equip those. And this was what I was saying earlier when I said technically the battle equipment isn't the best equipment in the game. Because it don't do shit to this guy. Also, this fight sucks. It's like such a dramatic difficulty jump from the rest of the game, too. Like, you know, I'll just let future me take over for a minute. There's like 12 minutes of me dying repeatedly to this boss in this footage. Even sped up, it still clocks in at about 3 minutes. I've never had that much trouble with a fight in this game so far, as you can probably tell from having watched it. Hey. So, Dark Fukt is kind of infamous for being a particularly big difficulty spike in what is mostly not that hard of a game. In fact, many people will tell you that Dark Fukt is the single hardest boss in Ys history, and I don't know if that's like 100% accurate, but it's not entirely unfounded. Like, whether you beat this guy seems mostly dependent on pure luck, but as I said earlier, you can't damage him without using the silver sword. You don't need the silver armor and shield, but I think they're a bit better for defense on this fight. I'm not entirely certain on that, but maybe. As for what the strategy for this fight is, well, if you notice, every time he takes damage, the ground tile that he is currently hovering over goes away. Which makes it very easy for you to just completely, like, get a one-hit kill in on yourself. If that makes any sense. And yeah, that's a big thing you want to watch out for. Don't worry about taking too much damage from, like, the projectiles he has just littering the fucking screen all over the place. Like, that's less likely to kill you than just running into a pit or getting into a situation you can't run out of. That was a good death, by the way. So basically, just like try to tail him. Try to like make sure you don't back yourself into a corner, and pray. That's like the best advice I can give you. Just fucking pray. Yeah, kind of an unfortunate capstone to what is otherwise a pretty good game. But I guess, to be fair, we still have Ys 2 to go, which is basically just part 2 of Ys 1. So it's not too bad, I'd say. But the fight still sucks ass. There we go, finally! Got it! That boss sucks. Alright, I'm saving there just in case something fucks up in the recording at the last second. Yeah, Dark Fukt is... God. Just... God. Oh, anyway, only one thing left to do. Left. Not lest. What? That is... just pick up the last book of Ys. And... while we're at it, give it a quick look. Book of Fukt. Oh, and actually guarded by a... actually, no, I think we got Tova from Sarah, who is a Tova. Huh. Well, that we've officially beaten Ys 1 Chronicles. morning sun began to rise. Gradually, the sky brightened, and the tower's outline began to shimmer like a mirage. As if freed from captivity, birds began to sing, and the demons dissolved into air. Adolf felt the weight of a long journey lift from his heart. The world was at peace. It was as though God damn it. It was as though the historic bounty of Ys had been laid before him, to fill his eyes and soul. As the things written in the books vanished, one by one, the shapes of the goddesses began to materialize. Though their faces were unfamiliar, Adolf felt in some way that he had always known them. As he looked down upon the earth, he could see Jebba's house, quiet and humble. He wondered if Fina's memory had come back. He decided when he returned, he would immediately tell her of all that he had seen. A dazzling light, seemingly from all sides at once, bathed Adolf in radiance. He felt certain that it must be wishing him peace and good fortune. And so, Adolf began a new journey. So, normally this is where I'd give, closing thoughts on the project or whatever, but, well, the project isn't over. We still have the second game to go through. I guess I can give, closing thoughts on Ys 1 as a game, anyway. Because as you can tell, it definitely feels like a game that was unfinished, because it literally was unfinished. I don't remember what the reason was, whether they just had a deadline you had to meet, or if they, or if it's like Trails in the Sky, where it was literally just because the software, or the storage that they stored the game on for the physical versions, didn't have enough space to put the full story they wanted in there. I'm gonna say the former, since it definitely feels like they tried to make it feel like a full game by giving it a big final dungeon push or whatever. But, you can really tell that they didn't have a full game ready. As I said, there's only 3 dungeons, and one of them dwarfs the rest of them in length. Half the game, roughly, is spent inside one dungeon. And the game's only 2 or 3 hours, if that. I want to say I got through it this time in 2, maybe a little over. So, these two, they had a little more time on their hands to make the game with. There's more dungeons to it. It feels like a more complete game. But I think the content of Ys 1 is a lot stronger than the content from Ys 2. It's you kind of got a bit of a glimpse of it in Darm Tower, but at Ys 2 is where Falcom decided to double down crazy on their maze-like design for the dungeons. And in Ys 2, the dungeons just feel incredibly annoying to navigate by comparison. One in particular is just, God. But we'll get to that when we get to it. As much as I would slag on Ys 2 in some respects, it's still a good game, and I still think it's worth playing if you want the complete Ys 1 into Chronicles experience. Because, like, if you just play Ease 1, you're only getting, like, half of the story. But, yeah, I guess I'll see y'all for Ease 2, then. This is part 7, right? So, like, 2 days from now. Yeah, later, everybody. Good job. Good fucking job.
From Europa, I can straight into your center.